well.
The question is, and I think what you're trying to get at,
if
they put him on this list, they let him go back, he goes back and plays. They have a trial. He loses. Then what do you do?
To make sure those decisions aren't bad.
Can you suspend?
Yeah, and while we were talking, he just completed another 3-yard pass to Jamison Crowder.
You don't get paid. You put him on this list, he still continues to get paid.
But he can't play.
He can't play. So you want to know what will his punishment be?
Yeah, I'm very worried.
He goes to a civil trial. I guess if the authorities look into it, he might be charged criminally. Who knows? But let's just say,
we can go back to the Browns. That's what happened there. We thought Freddie Kitchens might be a problem.
Okay, he's on the commissioner's list. They put him on this list.
The issue with the Steelers was we were concerned how they were going to be able to replace
they have a trial at a later date in time.
And Le'Veon Bell, frankly, even though he didn't play from last year. And they did not have guys making plays in the moment that they needed to make plays.
How bad would the league look? Because we know that image is everything and should be everything to the National Football League.
I don't know how to act. I was mean to my kids on Monday morning because I had to watch this game and talk about it on TV. And Dominique's exactly right. When it's the issues we go into the season wondering, can you fix these problems, and you don't?
With child endangerment. He's been charged. There's no charge here because, as far as we know, she did not go to the police. So there's not a police report that we can say, aha, this is what the police found in their initial discovery on this. Initial investigation.
Sunday night.
Okay, so there's one other angle to this.
And they play a good Seattle team
Michael
this week.
McCann does a great job as a legal analyst for Sports Illustrated.
Sets up to be a very important game. All right, we continue in a moment here on Get Up.
It is notable
basketball to get into.
that Antonio Brown did not negotiate a settlement of Taylor's claims before the lawsuit was filed.
Right after this,
because in most cases, he goes on to say that they have some communication back and forth about how much do you want? You know, how can we satisfy you? You've gone through so much over this. Can we pay you X, Y, or Z?
Right.
And if there was any communication or negotiation on that account, apparently
Tonight,
Antonio was
3 time zones ahead.
I'm completely innocent. I'm having to assume that if there was, that he just said, no way, I'm not going to pay you a dime.
Oh,
I will. And all but would dare her then to go ahead and file the suit, which she obviously has done, and she's ready to go forward and push it to its conclusion. And then the other sort of weird part of this, again, I'm way out of my league, but the filing says that they want in excess of $75,000. Well, that's not a whole lot of money to start with. Did they set the floor low as possible? But I would think they would want in excess of X million dollars, right, to start with. So that's surprising.
One way to put it. The in excess of. That's a weird way to put it.
Antonio, that's the floor is 75,000, but we haven't gotten to a ceiling number yet.
Obviously so. So should Antonio, if she was open to settling this, should he have settled it? You could argue that would dispense with a lot of evil in his life and the NFL's life.
Yes.
But you could also counter that by saying he just believes he's completely innocent, that they had a consensual relationship.
Better.
She has text messages. She may have more than 2, but she put 2 in the lawsuit. Do they come off as potentially damaging to Antonio? Yeah, they do. Are they authentic? Not sure. Could those be proven to be authentic?
Fun fact.
Does she have more of them that would come out
have debt we
in
might
discovery
die with.
in any sort of
and
trial?
Most of that debt is actually
Could
from
be.
credit cards.
All right, so
It's
now let's
just
go
not right.
biggest picture.
But with SoFi, you can get your credit cards right by
I'm gonna look
consolidating your
back
credit card debt
quickly,
into one monthly payment.
just through Antonio's misbehavior of just the last year that has nothing to do with her lawsuit. This is all pre-lawsuit. So help me out here. Let's frame this with what's happened to him just in the last 12 months. He acted, quote, without regard for human life when he threw furniture, including an ottoman, off the 14th floor balcony of his apartment in Miami that came within a couple of feet of hitting a kid who was a year and 10 months old near the pool. Through all kinds of furniture, I think pictures, other items were thrown out in a fit of anger. Okay? Then a month later, the wife of his daughter alleged that he shoved her down with both hands when she asked for money for the daughter's hair appointment, which he was supposed to be responsible for. Okay. So she reported that to the police. Then The next month, he skipped a court date for reckless driving when he was accused of going over 100 miles an hour in Ross Township, Pennsylvania, which was in the Pittsburgh area. He was found guilty. Then he was sued by a chef. Remember, because the chef claimed that he skipped him on charges at the Pro Bowl, $38,000. And then another personal trainer said that Brown owes him more than $7,000 for services provided, according to court documents obtained by TMZ. Okay, so those are all those little incidents that are pretty big, right? Some of them very big incidents, leading to what happened in Oakland, where the new GM, Mike Mayock, reportedly, AD on the practice field in a fit of anger, called him a cracker and threatened to punch him out in front of the team.
Our phones all died.
Not the prettiest sight in the commissioner's eyes, I would think. And then we know about the 2 grievances filed over the helmet.
Welcome back to Get Up. And less than an hour ago, Team USA was eliminated by France
just another
in the FIBA
incident
World Cup quarterfinals.
leading
Donovan
to
Mitchell, he
this
did
lawsuit.
29 points, but
just the totality of that, the impact of all that I just detailed. Is it enough for the commissioner simply to say, enough is enough?
Now we get to welcome in our old friend Brian Windhorst, who is live in China now. I know you've had some time to catch up with players, engage their reactions after the loss.
If they were going to take actions with all those incidents, they would have taken those actions already. So I think they're going to have to deal with this lawsuit. I think they're going to have to deal with this in its individuality.
But they do
I think they're going to have to take this, and you would have to separate, because if you look at all the things that you documented, and then you put it with this, you're like, okay, well, there's no brain. And I think that's what,
by the way, all this has nothing to do with
this. It reminded me of like a number 8 seed trying to upset a number 1 seed
individuality.
But I know the USA had more NBA players, but France just had a better scheme and a better system.
He wants his side heard.
So they are not ashamed of getting eliminated here.
In the NFL,
they know that they're going to face all kinds of questions back in the U.S. and people think they failed.
No matter what you think,
down the line from Kevin Walker to Joe Harris to Jaylen Brown to Harrison Barnes,
the whole NFL is the only business that would happen. I can assure you, if something happens like this at Apple, they don't say all the bad Apple employees, but that's just how it works in the NFL.
That is true.
And for some reason, I don't know why, but we'll debate that another day in time. But put him on the commissioner's list.
Meanwhile, basketball news of another sort. With Jalen Rose joining us here, Kevin Durant gave a very interesting and wide-ranging interview in the Wall Street Journal. The quote that you see on the screen there,
but I'm not so sure if you rush to judgment on this and says, okay, we're going to let you play until we figure this out, because Commissioner, you said
the first of them is involving the Warriors. Talking about his time at Golden State, he said, I came in there wanting to be a part of the group, to be a part of the family.
I think he's going to place him on this list. They'll do their due diligence. It might be 6 days, it might be 60 days.
Steph Curry,
but I think the NFL would do their homework this time to make sure they don't strike out and miss.
Drafted there, Draymond Green drafted there. As time went on, I started to realize I'm just different from the rest of the guys. It's not a bad thing. Just my circumstances and how I came up in the league. And on top of that, the media always looked at it like KD and the Warriors.
With troubled
so it was like nobody could get a full acceptance
they surely knew what his background was at Florida. And they won with Aaron Hernandez until he finally completely and utterly self-destructed.
If you look back at their first championship, Bob Myers did
obviously the owner of the Patriots had his own off-the-field incident back in January. So is it possible that as a franchise they sit back this morning and say, yeah, we do have a troubled history here with troubled players off the field.
He was one of their own.
Maybe this is the time we have to step up and say, no, this is just too much for us. That we have to make our own statement. It's also possible the commissioner might call Robert Kraft this morning and say, isn't it time you step up and do the right thing? Is it possible that they just cut bait now?
I understand everything he's saying, and I think he's exactly right.
Oakland surprised me by being able to get out from under all the money I thought they owed Antonio. Is it possible New England could get out from under the $10 million
and I think it was to some degree the Warriors?
Could they get out from under it?
Even though he was their best player,
conduct unbecoming, or I don't know, whatever the technicality would be. That would release them from.
So when you draft a core group of people,
that obligation, I'm sure they could if that was something they chose to do. But Skip, looking at this, we know one thing.
And by the way, you mentioned the Patrick Chung is hanging over them as we speak, and he played on Sunday and played well.
Right, he was still welcome. He was family.
They do a lot of it.
Still got to play at the barbecue.
And the most important thing is not people, it's winning. And if you can help them win, they will be willing to overlook that. And I'm not saying they're the only franchise, but this notion that they have their moral, they have this moral high ground
obviously
in
got
New
a lot of
England,
attention yesterday, and I will caution as I read this, that you have to really read the piece to understand the full context of why he's saying this. It is not just a rant about hating life in the
when it comes to
NBA.
New England.
This is a portion of the interview. He said, some days I hate the circus of the NBA. Some days I hate that the players left the NBA business, the fame that comes with the business, alter their minds about the game. Sometimes I don't like being around the executives and politics.
Well, they have a history of this. They're just going to say business as usual. We're going forward with him. But maybe it's time for them to say, okay, enough is enough.
The life of an NBA superstar, at least through his eyes, and how he views his place in all of it, how it impacts him emotionally. And it is a very introspective
is it possible the commissioner would ask them to take a stand? See, the problem with this for the commissioner is, let's do the hypothetical. New England says today, we've had enough of Antonio, we're out. He's a free agent.
Ask anybody across the country,
if another team then jumps, the Eagles, let's say, they jump in and say, we want Antonio, well, the commissioner still has the problem of the lawsuit.
Unhappy.
Okay?
And there's somebody
so
else
it doesn't
thinking,
solve
if I had that person's job,
really hard for me to
I'll
believe
show
that
up
they
every
would
day,
ask the
I'll
Patriots
work
to take
late,
that stand,
I'll
given
do
the
it for
fact that we
free.
don't have the
And then
full
you get the
story.
job.
And what
You're
Brittany
like, oh,
Taylor
they're
is
appreciated and I'm
accusing
underpaid.
Brown of
That's how he's
is
feeling
horrible.
right
And the
now.
reaction
If
this
he
morning
could
when we all come in at 4 a.m. is,
and play red
this
ball
is
all
not
of
what
the
you want to
time,
be
he loves
talking
the
about.
game
If
that
they
very
do
much
make a
that he would
stand and
play
they ask the
outside.
Patriots to do
But
so
the
without
problem
having
is,
any
you don't
sense
make
of
that
his side of the
mega
story,
check.
these are still
You don't
just
get those
accusations.
endorsements.
Regardless
You
of
don't
how
get the
bad they
opportunity
look,
to be in the Wall
it's
Street
very
Journal on a
risky
spread.
for them
You don't have
to
boardroom.
say enough
So
is
as
enough
much
in
as
this
he
case. I think the
dislikes
exemplist
the
is really the
media
only
aspect
feasible
that comes
option
with
until
it,
there is a
he
full
continues
investigation
to
because
initiate
we don't
opportunities
know the
for
full
himself
story.
to be in the media.
Then it's hard to know
Listen,
how
there's
long
so
on the
much in
exempt
this
list, the
to
rest of the
unpack. It is
year.
actually a much
It could
bigger
take the rest of the
conversation
year
than
for
just
the
that.
NFL.
I never ask anyone to feel sorry for another person who's worth $1 billion because I get it.
And he was able to
that's
get
just
off
not your reality.
once they did
But
their
it is also
investigation.
accurate to
So
state
we'll
that your
see. Let's see how
happiness
soon
generally
this
as a
thing
person
takes
does
its
not
course of
always
action.
come from money
There
and
will
from
be
things
more
that you
to
have
this
around
story,
you.
and we
He's
will
a
keep you
deeper person
updated
than
with
that.
the
He has a
latest.
lot of
And
thoughts on this
unfortunately,
stuff, and there
we
are
just
clearly
don't
things
have all the
he doesn't
details
like.
at
Look,
this
you and I
point,
have
but we are
things in
going to
our
move
jobs we
on
don't like
from
every single
Antonio
day. Doesn't mean
Brown
we don't
right
love
now.
it. I
The
think he
latest
loves
NFL
being a
power
basketball
rankings
player.
did come
I
out.
think he
The
loves
Patriots
being
are
in the
right where we
NBA
expected,
most of the time.
but
And
you
it
might be
doesn't mean
surprised
that
that
there
the
aren't some
Cowboys
things that come
have
with
jumped
that
up a
life
little
you would
bit,
get it
and we are
better
going to
than
go
I
there
would.
next. Don't forget, you can check us out
sometimes
every
not
day on the
only
Fox
doesn't he
Sports
like what
channel
he
on
actually
Sirius
feels like he
XM. We'll
hates
be
it.
right
Well, he doesn't like the fact that everything that he